Hey, what's up?
What up, sis?
Happening.
Give me a second. My computer moving a little slow so I can share it over onto your page, and then we should be ready to rock. It don't look like you want to do it.
I just want to rock you.
You all right?
Yeah, I heard rock.
Oh, all right. It don't look like you want to do it, though. About time for me to buy another one, y'all.
I need another laptop, too.
Your little brother got my laptop. You think he's slick? He got to run me. Going to run me my laptop.
What he got it for?
He had used it to do a tattoo because he was doing a tattoo after we went bike riding one of these mornings, and instead of him bringing his stuff all the way up, he was just like, can I bring my laptop? Because I got a what's that? Apple, a MacBook. I had a MacBook, and he was like, instead of him packing all this stuff up, can I just bring my MacBook over there? So I just took my MacBook over there and let him use it, and I had left one somewhere else. So when he finished, of course, he packed it up, took it with him because he didn't want to just leave my laptop. I'm like, okay. But that been almost a month ago. I'm like, hey, what the hell, my laptop? Oh, I got it in my bag. Fuck that. What that mean?
Yeah. You better go on and grab it.
I'm like, what that mean? Having it in your bag don't do nothing for me. Let me check us out on YouTube real quick. How you feeling? How was your week?
What's today? Wednesday? Hump day?
It is Wednesday.
Yes, tomorrow's my Friday. My week's been okay, since nobody want to come to work. We be getting stuck and stuff. So now they offering triple time.
Jesus, triple time.
So people finna be sleeping in their cars and showering in the locker room because that's all everybody talking about. We got triple time. So I might not even be able to get the little few hours of overtime I want to see on my check. I need at least 10 hours. I'm good with after that. Just regular time and a half. I just need at least 10. But I got 30 hours last week, and that's going to count as triple time.
30 hours of triple time?
Yes.
You got 30 extra hours? Or you got?
Yes, 30 hours of overtime in addition to my 42 and a half. We work 42 and a half hours. So we work 85 hours as opposed to 80 hours. So in addition to my 42 and a half hours for last week, I have 30 hours overtime.
30 hours overtime. That sounds like a big check.
Hell yeah, and it's triple time, she said. It ain't even double time, a time and a half.
Oh, shit. Borrow $1.
Oh, I got that.
Triple time, what? That's gonna be a fat check. You talking about these 10 hours? You're gonna be trying to get them 30 hours every week.
I know. See, that check will be like, okay, this is what I got to get.
Yeah, this is what I got to get. I mean, he be walking out the house with loofahs and everything in the morning. Where you going? I ain't gonna be back for a couple of days, y'all. You know what I'm saying? There's noodles in the cabinet, milk in the refrigerator. We got cereal here.
Right.
Yeah, you said
Doubles?
Huh?
Y'all working doubles?
Yeah, because people be having to stay because people don't come to work. So the catch is you have to work your 80 hours. If you do not work your schedule, you don't qualify. You're just gonna get time and a half. You have to work your schedule in order to get the triple time.
Man, I'll be sleeping up in that joint. Especially if I ain't got nobody at home I gotta go home to.
80 hours to be done in 2 days.
Man, because I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, talk crazy. But didn't you just get out the bathroom?
Mind your business, bro. What are you doing?
I mean, you finna go back in? Ain't you lactose intolerant?
What's your problem?
You not lactose intolerant?
Is you not?
Lactose intolerant.
So how was your week, boy?
My week was good. I can't complain. Pretty good. My little cousin, well, my big cousin, I call him my little cousin. My big cousin, our cousin, in the hospital, well, out the hospital now, but had a
He crib
problem. Yeah. So,
Had a who problem?
a little health problem. So he had to get that taken care of.
Cousin?
Yesterday.
How come I don't know about this?
Your best friend in
Bless you.
Thank you.
Oh, so that's who it is. But
Yeah.
no, she didn't. She know?
I don't know. Her phone was off. I tried to call her.
She got a different number now.
I can't do nothing about that. She Mookie cousin for real.
Oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
And
I
if
said
nobody
that
else,
number.
look, if nobody else should have a new number, I should have it.
Well, it's not a new number. It was an extra phone her husband had. She's using until her phone gets back on. But you should still have the number. I'll send you the number.
Yeah.
Yeah, so went to go check him out. He good. Other than that shit, same old.
He ain't got that package.
Hell no.
I'm just playing. I know how he is with the ladies.
Candy Love said, "Bless you, Sneezy." I don't know who Candy Love is, but
you know who that is. That's Candy, the one that you were supposed to fix roof, and you said you went when she wasn't there.
The lady, I was in Dalton, right? Yeah, I did go over there. I even walked on the roof.
Candy.
Thank you, Candy.
My week was good. For y'all who don't know, you know what I'm saying? My goal in the weight room, my goal is to press 300 pounds 5 times. Before last week, I had yet to do it twice. I can get it up once. That second rep wasn't no. This week, I got it up 3 times, so I came out pretty happy. I got all the way up to 320 this week, though. I got 300 3 times, 315 once, went up to 320, got that up once. So I'm pretty fit. I'm feeling pretty good about my success in the weight room. I got to buy a vehicle. My mind finally said enough, you know. So I was just gonna go buy something, you know what I'm saying? But then I rented this truck.
What kind is it?
The truck I rented, F-150 is I think it's a 17 F-150.
Now you want to go back? That's how I got my last 2 vehicles. Rented it and was like, I'm going home buying this.
I'm like, I've been riding. I'm like, I gotta get out this in a week. I don't know how that's gonna look. You know what I'm saying? So we heading in that direction. Other than that, football was great. We won our first. I got 5 teams out there. We go from 6 up to 14. So last week we played the Oakland. I don't know what they call themselves. Oakland something. But
don't even matter. They got beat, huh?
We was 4-1. We lost one game. My 8-year-olds lost by a touchdown, but my 6-year-olds won. My 10-year-olds won. JV, which is a team that I coach, we won, and varsity won. So my widgets, which is the 8-9-year-old team, they lost 7-12. They lost 7-12. So of course, you know, everybody holler about how the refs do you wrong and everything, but I mean, we lost the game. We lost it. we had our chances to win, and we didn't take advantage of those opportunities. But we did good. My cheerleaders looked amazing out there. First time to have cheerleaders back in 3 years, so cheerleaders looked amazing. It was a good game, good day. After that, me and my son went to see wrestling. He offended every wrestler in there. Of course, you know what I'm saying? He walked right in the door, talking about, oh, so this the fake wrestling here, huh? Out the door. So, other than that, everything was good. We're moving forward. Things looking good. We got movies in the park coming September 10th. So if y'all out in the area of Dalton, September 10th, which is a Saturday. Still haven't decided what movie we're going to play. As I said before, I want to do House Party, but I don't think the kids will appreciate that. And then we are doing a wrestling show on September 24th. So if y'all want to come out for that, it's going to be at Dalton Park. It's going to be an Eventbrite set up. I think tomorrow the Eventbrite will be set up to go live with ticket sales for that. So that's how my week basically been. Other than that, it's been just planning on the show. We've been doing a lot of work trying to get the tattoo shop open. So we got it cleared out pretty good. It's about ready to start the building process over there. It's clear. All the walls are down. All the debris is out of it. So it's time for us to start putting it together. We got to start decorating, figuring out how we're going to look, doing a little build out in it, which shouldn't take too long. And we're ready to go. We got paint in there the other day, so we're going to start getting painted. So we're looking pretty good. You better act like you know. I ain't even read that line. Boy, I tell you, Ken, people miss their appointments and get tough, don't they? You know what I'm saying? I ain't ever seen this lady face. I done walked on her roof. You know? But I tell you, so anything else? Anything good in the world out here? What was we was talking about something last week we supposed to kept going.
You'll be trying to holler, you see her.
That's possible, you know what I'm saying? But I'm a bit hoish. Her name Candy. She got to be sweet, right?
Whoa.
Oh, my goodness.
You're already flirting. Sweet. That old ass pickup line, she'd have heard that shit. You got to come better with the candy lines now.
Guys hating, boy. Niggas get married to be hating, boy. That one. Nobody else get no coat no. Look at him.
look, down, Charlie.
People get married and nobody else say nothing to nobody. What you doing talking to her?
I ain't no hate. I'm just saying we got to do better than that.
You got crotchety, huh?
Candy.
We need. What did we end up last week? Something we were supposed to continue that one this week. I can't remember.
We were talking about hip hop and specifically how the lyrics are. Well, it went from how the lyrics were could shape the youth's mind to now how they being used in court and all that stuff against the rappers and stuff. So that's kind of what.
Did y'all see
Charlemagne?
No. The video of the DA. And I want to say Fulton County. Was it Fulton County or Cobb County? One of them counties here in Georgia, where she was like, get out of my county. I'm going to be using the lyrics. She said, don't confess in your rap songs.
I seen the clip. I didn't watch it. You know what I'm saying? When they put it on there, I didn't watch it. So I saw Charlemagne said that it's all the old school rappers' fault that people tricking on themselves in their raps nowadays because we allowed them to lie back in the day like they was really doing that stuff. And so the newer kids think that you're supposed to be
actually
do it.
Yeah, that's all cap too, because half of these kids don't know who none of them rappers was back then.
That is true.
I think the problem is and I honestly, I took a step back last week and kind of pulled emotion out of the conversation and just try to think logically, and it makes sense, right? If you're doing stupid shit, don't rap about it. If you're doing anything that they can trace back to you, why would you put it in a song? If you say I shot a nigga on this road around this time and somebody died on that road around that time, why?
Right.
Yeah. It's really just okay, that's stupid, right? But for the most part, some, and we go back to what I was saying last week, a lot of the shit that they say is fabrication, right? A lot of it is just fodder shit that people want to hear. Because nowadays the younger crowd, all they want to hear is shoot 'em up, bang bang. I got this, I got that. These my hoes, these my bitches. That's all they want to hear. So a lot of the times it's bullshit, and the music is just what people want to hear. But the few times that it is legit, it's okay, You stupid for putting that in your music. So if they are going to use it against you, then maybe you deserve it. But on the other hand, it almost feels like it's art too, right? You're not arresting actors for playing gangsters. You're not, you know, arresting country music singers when they sing about shooting and killing and robbing and all kind of shit like that. So to me, I just feel like when because they asked her, "Are you targeting the hip hop community?" and she said she's not targeting anybody. But then she went into that spiel of, if you're gonna commit crimes, don't put it in your music, or I'm gonna use it. And if you're gonna continue to do that, get out of my county.
Well, here's the difference. Actors, they're acting, right? Country music, they sing about the same way like R&B might sing, what's her name? Jasmine Sullivan. I bust the windows out your car. She may or may not have bust a few car windows. We don't know, but we know girls do that, right? So when you're singing songs like that, you might just be singing songs are known to sing about things that has happened. It don't necessarily mean you did it. Rappers tend to rap like they did it. So like this morning, I was listening to Nipsey Hussle, Grinding All My Life. Wouldn't you say that's about his life? So when do we know, oh, because it's positive and he talking about how he done changed his life, that's okay. Now, oh yeah, that's true. But if had he what?
You was listening to Nipsey Hussle?
Yeah, I like that song.
Like, how you hear that? Who put you on that?
Remember when we went to Detroit?
Uh-huh.
You was listening to that,
okay.
and I downloaded it.
Okay.
I was like, hey, I like that. I ain't no rap person, but I like that.
Yes, I know. That's why I asked. I didn't mean to break your train of thought, but it was like she said Nipsey Hussle and through the name of the song, okay?
So it's kind of like listening to that and listening to the lyrics. It's like, oh, okay. I could tell he was rapping about himself because he's talking about how he used to do this and now he legit, right?
Right. Well,
and like you said, Jay,
is different.
If you talk about, dumping somebody on County Road and they found somebody on County Road and don't know who did it, and you saying you did it with a Glock 19 and they saying these are the bullets, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, Bobby Shmurda should have been the perfect example of that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even before him, Boosie, they was using Boosie's lyrics in his trial when he was on trial for murder.
Yeah, so I mean, I just don't.
But they was trying to use his lyrics against him, trying to say you're this type of person, right? Because you rap about it. But they didn't necessarily say, oh, okay, you did this. They was just trying to use it against him. But they're actually trying to say with these people, like, what is this, RICO? Is that what it's called? Whatever case that's happening.
It's a RICO case. Which the issue is, I mean, it's hard. You can't really defend the RICO case.
It's broad. It's so broad.
Yeah.
But I think the thing about that is too, right? I think if they already came and got you, they got more than enough evidence, right? To me, I think the purpose of using the lyrics in court is nothing to do. It really has nothing to do with the case per se. The case is already built. I think it's just more character assassination for the jury. So now when the jury goes into it, they're gonna say, oh yeah, such and such got robbed or such and such got shot, and he put it in a song. He bragged about this. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He may not even been around. It may be a story they heard or whatever the case may be, but they're gonna use that as character assassination to kind of play on the jury to say, okay, this is a bad person. And I'm not saying that. Now that's the part that I kind of feel like, okay, they using it to their advantage, which I mean you should, but that's the part to me where it kind of gets dicey because, like I said, a lot of stuff in his music, even if it's positive or negative, a lot of that shit is fake. Like you listen to Future music, he talk about doing all kind of drugs. They had an interview with him where he say he don't even do drugs. He just rap about the shit because that's what people like to hear. So I think it's just like, you gotta, I guess if you in that shit and you in that shit, you need to be careful what you're saying. But in the same sense, it's almost like if this is an art form and I'm just trying to express myself, it's a catch-22, right?
I don't believe. I believe if they say it, I think they're stupid for putting it in their rap. I mean, if they did it, I think they're stupid for putting it in their rap. That's just the thing. I mean, art
imitates life.
Art imitates life, but I think in the same sense, if I had to put it out, if I had to just get it out, I don't think I would. I would try to put it out in a different way, I guess. I mean, it would have to be, you would have to really decipher what I was saying. If I whack, you know what I'm saying? If I killed a dude on Sunset Boulevard on Sunday with a Glock 9, if I have to put that in my music, it's gonna come out a different way. It ain't gonna come out me saying I killed Johnny on Sunset Boulevard on Sunday with a Glock 9. You know what I'm saying? Like Johnny would have to be a beat. You know what I'm saying? It would be more metaphorically said than just outright like that.
A lot of the shit is metaphorically said, but they have what do you call it? They go get people basically that know slang. They know the slang, they know the lingo in the area or whatever region they in, and they get people to break that shit down and really tell them what it means. You know what I mean? So very few of these songs have people's actual names in a way. It's like, yeah, Lil Johnny shot Rico last week. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't that descriptive. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of the times,
I don't listen to nobody I don't listen to nobody who in this Rico case. I think Lil Baby ain't in it, is he?
mm-mm.
Only thing I've heard of Gunna is his verse on Chris Brown's song. Heat.
You heard plenty more Gunna songs than that.
I doubt it.
I know that's not true because I play a lot of that shit when we working out.
I don't listen though. You know what I'm saying? You know, when we working out, it's just the backdrop. It's just the sound. Unless you be like, hey man, this verse here cold, or you need to hear this, then I'll listen, I'll tune in. Other than that, it's just background noise.
Yeah, I just think I don't know. With that, it's a double-edged sword. I think that's the only form of art that's going to be held against the artist.
And I think that's only until other forms of art start incriminating themselves. I don't think no other form of art really incriminates themselves.
Well, let me take this back. That genre is the only genre in this art form.
Well, we'll know if that changed if they start using R. Kelly songs against him in his trial, because they definitely could.
I'm surprised that they haven't, honestly, and I'm actually surprised. That's also something that I wanted to talk about too. So you know that everybody's like up in arms. Everybody's saying we ain't supposed to listen to R. Kelly, cancel R. Kelly, and all this shit. And it's a whole TikTok dance going around. With
hell yeah, leg shaking
dance to his fucking song. Everybody, everywhere.
I'm gonna make you shake.
Celebrities and all.
Everybody leg shaking in there. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I think it's ridiculous. I'm just gonna say this, because like I've met R. Kelly. I've been to his house. He was very hospitable, nice. It wasn't like I thought it was gonna be. I think I told y'all about this. It was a lingerie party the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. He wanted me to leave my car at the studio and ride the tour bus out to his house. I'm like, lingerie party. This is R. Kelly. This is what I'm thinking. It might be something I don't, this might not be my type of thing. So I'm going to need my car so I can leave. But it turned out to be, a small, intimate thing. People in the pool, some in a jacuzzi playing pool. He was very nice. You hungry? Get anything in the kitchen, just go get it. Very nice. It was not what I thought it would be. Very nice. Very talented. I think he just wasted his talent. But I'm going to say this. I think about if it was Egypt, I don't care how talented he is. I would not want to hear his voice on the radio. I wouldn't want to hear him. So it don't have to be my daughter for me to feel like, okay, he a pervert. I don't want to hear his voice. It don't have to be at my front door. It happened to somebody else's child. Regardless, if they get wrapped her up and put her on a platter and said, here. So what? He did it and he was wrong and it's disgusting to me. And I just can't listen to him. It don't have to have been my child for it to happen. For me to feel like I can't. Because I know for a fact if it was Egypt, I wouldn't. I don't care how I wouldn't be like, I could separate the music from the man.
I'm still gonna step in the name of love.
I think also what also gets lost in this, right, is people always say, because to kind of go back to your point, people always say the parents need to be held responsible for it. And by all rights, maybe if the parents did wrap those kids up and give them to him, maybe they do also responsibility. But that does not admonish what he did. You know what I mean? Like he still did some foul shit. You know what I mean?
Nobody can come to me and say, if you help my 12-year-old son get a deal, I let you freak him. Can't nobody tell me that.
My 12-year-old son.
Yes, or 13-year-old son. You can have your way with him if you get him a deal. Nobody can tell me that.
That's crazy. What's your face frowned up for?
Was it frowned up?
Yeah, it was.
I don't date young people.
You
know
say
what I'm
what?
saying? I don't date young people. You know what I'm saying? And that's a choice that I made as an adult. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, but I've never kind of been one to date younger people. But I think my whole issue with the R. Kelly event, and I'm not saying that he's innocent. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he doesn't deserve punishment or something, but we act like he's the only person in the world screwing young girls. And because he had money, you know what I'm saying, which gave him the opportunity to get with these young girls, I guess a little easier, and to be handed these young girls by their parents. That's why I believe the parents have more responsibility in this than we are handing out to them, because of the fact that he could change their lives too. And it wasn't about their daughter, or you know what I'm saying, being the next superstar. And they
Yes, it was. She was I'm sorry for cutting you off, but she was a rapper and a singer, and that's why she initially was brought to him, because she was going there to record. But go ahead. Sorry.
as I was saying, it wasn't about their daughter being the next superstar. It was about their family being changed. The things that can happen for them also. You know what I'm saying? Greed played a part in that for them to take over. Because and my thing is, so now, but now that the fact that once his money kind of ran out from what we hear, now all of a sudden we get all the skeletons out the closet, and nobody wanted their child over there and all this other stuff. But as long as money was flowing, we didn't hear nothing about this. When that tape came out years ago, there was not a person in the United States who didn't think that was R. Kelly on the tape, R. Kelly included. There was nobody who thought that was not him. That happened, fine. He come out with a song, they let it go, and people still were taking their kids and allowing their kids to be around this man. And now, years later, he ain't got no cash or nothing like that. Now all of a sudden, we get Surviving R. Kelly, and we get. I think they might have put a RICO on him or some shit like that.
Here's the thing. Let me jump in there. So it wasn't about at first furthering them, because they didn't bring the daughter like, hey, if you pay us. It was about her music. But since he's a pedophile and they found out this was happening, it was hush money. So it wasn't like, oh, this is about this. It was about her career. But since he's already a pedophile and it came out, just like Aaliyah, when he was, you know what I'm saying? It was about her career. But when it was found out he was hitting that, it turned into hush money. Everybody around him, even when they said it on the tape and the door flew over and they saw him having sex with Aaliyah, is about hush money. Shut up, or I don't want to lose my job. You know what I'm saying? The other women, now I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. I thought that the little girl Sparkle, who now her niece, who's like
Sparkle.
37 now, huh?
It was Sparkle niece.
Right, 37 now. Now she wants to testify and say it was her, but years ago she said that ain't me. Right?
Yes, she said that wasn't her
Right,
and her
that ain't
parents.
me.
They
So
all got
now
paid.
she wants to come out
There's
and
no more money.
well, actually, if he gets convicted, she's entitled to restitution. So there is money.
No, you're not here. I'm saying there's no more money to keep her quiet.
Oh,
And there's no more money from his end.
I mean, I'm not disputing that.
So to me, it sounds like, Lavelle, you're saying the parents bear responsibility because they were trying to further themselves over their child's well-being. Is what you're saying?
I'm saying the parents bear responsibility because we knew what type of man this was, and you were putting your daughter in that situation.
Well, they may not have known what type, because she was the first one.
Sparkle's niece was
Yes.
the first one. I'm not talking about then after.
But who was the other daughters? Because everybody else was of age. They were like 17. Like what he's going to court for now is like holding people. These were all, they were not 13, 14, 15.
No, it was some more. Because it was
Okay, so
one
like the
girl,
little dark skinned girl, I think she was 16
I don't
when
know
she
them all
first
because I
went.
didn't watch. I'm gonna tell you, I didn't watch all the shows. I just happened to see an interview the other day with another girl who was on there, and she was young, and she was the one. She was the one who stole the video that had her in it and sold it back to him for like $250,000 or something like that.
Oh, I missed that
Yeah,
one.
see.
But see, my thing with that is, what's the problem with that, right?
Problem
What's
with
the
what?
problem with what?
Like you saying they mad that the money's gone, right?
Okay.
So if their plan was and don't, now I'm not saying that this is right at all, like with regard to like, I'm not saying that it's morally right, but when you're dealing with crooked people, like this is the type of shit you should expect. If we've entered an agreement where, okay, I know you doing some shit you shouldn't be doing, my daughter, you paying me to keep me quiet. When the money run out, why am I supposed to still honor that deal? Like
My thing, okay, but I understand that. But my thing about this here is, if it's so callous of what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? Why do you get off for allowing it to happen, for putting that person in that situation for happening?
Here's the thing. I'm not saying that. And when I said what I said earlier, I'm not saying that the parents don't bear any responsibility. What I'm saying is people would like to say that as if it takes away what he did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that the parents don't bear responsibility. If you put your child in harm's way, yes, you should own that. But that doesn't take away from what he did. Nothing at all. It takes nothing away from what he did. He still did some shit he shouldn't have did, regardless of whether or not they was wrapped up, put a bow on their ass, and sat on his front door. It does not matter, because either way, if they weren't there, he was gonna go get them. He was still doing shit he ain't had no business doing.
Issue I have with that.
I'm not, and again, I'm
only
not
issue I have with that, because I'm not saying he's right. You understand that? So that's not to make me say, I'm not trying to say that there should not be any punishment for him. But if we walk outside right now and a guy standing on the corner talking crazy, and you be like, man, Bill, that's that nigga over there, we need to get him. And I hand you the pistol and you shoot him, I go down for accessory. I gave you the weapon to take care of that with. They're bringing them to him, and nobody's being punished but him.
I didn't give
no,
you.
They are going against.
I didn't give you no dick to fuck them with, though. That's
but
the
you brought the pussy for me to fuck.
But they
are. I didn't bring the pussy for you to fuck. I brought the pussy.
You gave it to me. I took my money to be quiet about it.
I brought my child to you to push their career.
No.
But
and
they
you
are
just
going
said,
after the people.
said that if I know that I'm paying you hush money.
Okay, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. If we saying yes between me and you, yes, that's the deal. In the public, no, I brought my child to you for you to help them with their music. I'm gonna cry that to the end of the world. I'm not gonna never say I just brought my child to you so I can watch you fuck them.
Of course.
So then that's it right there. That's why I'm not going to jail. I'm never admitting to just giving my child to you for you to fuck them. And again, I'm not saying that it's morally right, but there's no honor amongst thieves. Why am I going? I'm gonna just come out and he caught now. I'm gonna throw myself in the fire too.
Here's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like you're saying because other people were involved and nobody else is getting punished, he shouldn't either.
Who's saying that?
That's what it sounds like. Because you keep saying the problem I have with him.
I'm first thing I said
because the problem I have ain't nobody else getting punished.
The first thing I said was, I'm not saying he's not wrong.
No, I got that.
And I'm not saying he does not deserve to be punished.
You said that.
Entire sentence.
But it still feels like you're saying that so that nobody can say, we need to watch you, Lavelle. It still feels like that you're saying, I don't give a fuck. Ain't nobody else get punished. All them people that brought him, is you on the brink of saying, why we so much on him and we ain't talking about them. I just personally feel like, yes, the parents or whoever. Well, I ain't gonna say all the parents, because all the parents,
everybody in the network needed to be got.
Yeah, because even the ones like for the little McCleary girl, right? The mom, Egypt. Hold on.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to. I'm a segue once Nicole get up point. I'm a segue to another parent going the extra mile for their child too.
Okay. But I think in this case, I think everybody needs to be
held
punished.
accountable. Everybody should be held accountable. I agree with that. I just don't like the fact that when people throw the parents out there as if to say, okay, this would have never happened if they would have never brought them to
But
us.
I don't even just mean the parents. I mean the people like the
Yeah, the
body that
motherfuckers that was helping them, bringing them all to the house, setting up, coordinating the shit.
training them and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I mean,
all they ass.
So,
everybody needs.
yeah, so that's what I was going to say. The little McCleary girl, right? So what her parents was saying was she was supposed to meet R. Kelly, right? I think she was 16 at the time, and they were like, "No, meet at a hotel." No, I think she had turned 17 by this time, and she like, "I'm going anyway. If you say I can't go, I'm going anyway." So then the parents decided, okay, fine, we're going to take you to this audition or whatever. And
Those were the
so,
ones who was trying to get their daughter back, and
yeah, and
yeah,
then but when she let the daughter go, R. Kelly got some woman saying, okay, yes, this is who she's going to be in custody to. And that's what they signed. Hey, this lady is who's gonna be while she's, here and recording and blah, blah, blah. But she needs to be in jail too.
mm-hmm.
So I agree. All of them that was booking the rooms and, you know what I'm saying, out here scouting for them. Yes, I believe all of them should be in jail. But R. Kelly is where he belongs.
Yeah, but nobody's trying to get him out.
I don't know.
Nobody's trying to get him out.
Leg shaking. There might be a petition coming soon.
People
Oh,
trying to
yeah.
get him out, like that woman put all that money up for his bail. Wasn't it $100,000 or something?
I'm still confused as to how he's broke. Like, does he not have any
He's
of his?
illiterate.
No, all of his residuals and stuff, Aaliyah's family owned those.
He can't read and write, bro. His paperwork was jacked.
I mean, for him to have been so influential and have his hands on so much shit, all the shit that he wrote, produced, like
Aaliyah's family.
they got everything, or the shit
Yes.
that he worked on with Aaliyah.
No, they have his royalties. Well, I can't say that. I don't know if it's just Aaliyah's, but I just read that they get his royalties. He don't get nothing.
I
But
know it's how his paperwork was up. His money not his. It's like it's split out. Like they get a number on dude. That's why he's in jail now. Because when he got to a certain point and the money started drying up, it's like, hold on, where my money at? You know what I'm saying? Like when he got bonded out the first time and it was $200,000. I'll tell you off air. But we know that you almost met the person who bonded him out.
I mean, it's the woman that owns.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you know them?
Yeah.
You like, yeah.
So Jay wanted to talk about something else. Let's go ahead and get over it.
Oh yeah, segueing from parents that put their kids in harm's way to a parent that was trying to do his best to take his kid out of harm's way. Did y'all see that video of that parent get on the bus and cuss out them grade schoolers?
The two men.
That was one man. Him and his daughter. I guess his daughter had got jumped on. He said she had came home the night before with like a little knot on her head or whatever. She got jumped on, so he got on the bus and cussed out the whole bus. Now,
So who was the man standing next to him? Was that the bus driver?
It was the bus driver that was like holding him back.
Okay.
But the kids couldn't have been no older than like 11, 10. I think 10 might have been the oldest kid on that bus.
They old enough to get it.
Nah,
My daughter.
Nah, we talking.
So then the bus driver put him off, and he followed the bus in his car, and then the kids were saying they thought he had a gun.
Here's the thing, right? I would be on your side if he was directing it to one kid, to the kid that did it, or the kids that did it. He got on the bus and screamed at the whole bus. So now you got a problem with every kid's parent that was on that bus. Every kid's, because went off on these kids. Like he was talking to adults, like went the fuck off on these kids. And I understand it. This your child. You're going to go to bat for your kid. It is what it is. But sometimes you got to fucking measure twice to cut once, right? You got to make sure you know what the fuck you're doing, because you don't know who the fuck kid, you know what I'm saying, what their parents into. You don't know who you talking to. So to me, I felt like there was a better approach for that.
He called the little girl a bitch.
Yeah. Went went flat off. One of the little girls, I don't even think it was the little girl he was talking to, but she was so hurt by the shit he was saying. She on the bus crying. That can't be my daughter. That can't
Well,
be.
don't let your daughter be a bully.
I
Was
don't
the
even know if this
girl?
little girl was the bully. He don't know who he was talking to. He was just yelling at the whole bus
Okay, so why she think he was talking to her if she knows she ain't had nothing to do with it?
because they kids. You
No,
talk.
I've been 11 before, and when the teacher yelling at everybody, I'd be like, "Oh, she ain't talking to me."
That's your personality. I have a sensitive child. If anybody start yelling around her, she gonna cry. Anybody.
Hey, my daughter got jumped on. Jumped on mean it wasn't a fair fight. I mean, it was a couple of them in it.
Your daughter knew who the little girls was that jumped on her, and I'm pretty sure I could point them out to you, right?
That's not always true.
No, I'm saying in your situation, was that the case?
No, my daughter never got
No,
jumped
he
on.
was saying as if he was the dude that's getting on the bus.
Oh, okay.
You know, if my daughter got jumped on, boy, y'all had been heard about that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, here's the thing.
So just like the little girl who got jumped on the bus, I don't know, she might have been 8th grade or somewhere in there, and she came to the bus with a gun, and the kids were screaming, crying, and the mama got on social media and was like, "Yeah, she shouldn't have had a gun, but she did." And what?
That's ignorance. That's ignorance.
It was.
I tell you that father, I commend him for wanting to be there and do what's right by his child. But you gotta think about all the other kids that was on that bus. It's not just my whole thing was like I said, if he was addressing the child that did it or the kids that did it, then it's like, okay, fine, you deal with that set of parents, whatever. And even still, even in that sense, to me as a man, you talking to little girls too. So what you finna go in there and beat up the little girls?
He was just trying to scare them into leaving his child alone. He wasn't finna go beat up no little girls. He was just talking stuff. He wanted them to cry.
How big was this knot on his daughter's head?
He wanted them to cry.
On the video. But
he wanted them to cry and be scared.
Yeah, but guess what now? My daughter, I don't give a fuck if my daughter was bullying your daughter or not. My daughter come home crying saying a grown man got on the bus, called her a bitch. I don't give a fuck what she did.
So I got a question. So
I'm gonna tell you, if I did that, I want the smoke. I don't care.
Adam come in the house.
I'm looking for your parent. I'm not gonna say where your mama
on the bus. And you're not going on the bus going off?
No, I'm going to the school. We're going to figure out who these kids is. Once we figure out who these kids is, I need y'all to get their parents up here. Get their parents up here, and we're going to figure this shit out. I'm not finna go in. What I'm going to go yell at the kids for? I'm not finna fight the kid.
I mean, that's what I would have done.
8 years old.
Man, please.
I mean, that's honestly what I would have done. My daughter wouldn't have got on the bus. I would have took my daughter to school.
Each one of y'all finna go one-on-one. She finna shoot the fair with each one of y'all who jumped on.
Hell nah.
One at a time.
I don't have that child.
Then you knocking her out. Then you knocking her out.
No, one, I don't have that type of child. My child is not a fighter at all. So I've been set up to get beat.
Take her sister, let her sister go to knocking them out.
Second, I'm saying I'm not gonna go up there and yell at nobody else's kid. My problem ain't even with the kid at that point. My problem is with the parent.
Why?
You know
it depends.
I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna say, okay, look, I won't even say my problem with the parent. My problem would be with the parent, depending on their response. If I go up there and we talk, and I'm like, hey, my daughter said your child is putting their hands on her. We need to figure out a resolution. And the parent get crazy with me, then it's like, okay, what we gonna do now? You know what I'm saying? But for me to go up there and yell at their kid, what the fuck am I? What am I doing? Now I got a bigger problem on my hand. I'm 5'5". I ain't no little guy. But if a motherfucker come up, he's 6'7", I got to fight a 6'7" nigga because I done went in there and went off on this daughter.
They fall harder.
Man, listen, I'm not finna go in that motherfucking jumping no motherfucking frying pan if I don't got to.
Size don't mean nothing. Let me tell you something.
What I'm saying is, here's the thing. You don't know who you're dealing with.
And that's
just like they don't
know when they jumped on my daughter. They don't know who they
These
dealing with.
Kids.
And
it's a difference if you talking
17, talking 5-year-old, 11-year-old. They know.
This from the same dude who out there knocking out women if they want to fight his lady.
I will fight a woman if they trying to jump on one. We talking grown women, not children.
Children don't mean nothing. Stop underestimating these kids.
No, I'm not underestimating no kid, but I'm not finna go in there and fight no kid. Like these kids.
So what about these 11-year-olds that's carjacking people in Chicago? They're kids, right?
Okay, what's the difference?
But I'm saying they're kids, so you handle them. They out here carjacking people with guns. You keep talking about they kids. Kids are different.
Guns. No.
No, but I'm saying kids are different.
No, we're not talking about kids with guns. We talking about
we talking about kids. Period. We talking about kids. Period. In their mindset. You can't say these set of kids.
Specifically about little girls.
No, you can't say these set of kids that are 11.
Little girls had
they
guns.
Don't know.
Yes, I'm gonna go up there and fight the little girl. Yes.
Ain't nobody telling you to go up there and fight. That man was not getting on that bus to fight no little girls. He got on that bus to scare the kids that was fucking with his daughter, and he wanted them to cry, and he wanted them to leave his child alone. And I'm gonna tell you this: for me, if it was my child, because I've done it before. If it's outside in their plan, yes, I've gone outside and cussed out a little kid that was fucking with Tristan because he's the littlest one, and I cussed that little boy out, and then I said, you know what? Matter of fact, take me to your house. And I went and fucking talked to his daddy and his mama. So I will do it. But if it's the school bus, I'm telling you the difference. If it was the school bus, me personally, my child wouldn't have got back on that school bus. I would have drove my child to the school. And yes, I would have been like, who it was. And we need to call these. If you knew everybody, because we don't know if it was a group or she just knows she was getting ass beat. But if she knows who it was, let's get them to the office.
What was the conversation with that child's parents? What was that conversation like?
What I said was, because that little boy wasn't even from around here, I said, well, first of all, I send my kids outside and they play with everybody and don't have a problem. I don't appreciate your child who does not live over here coming over here picking fights with my child. Because I said all these kids out here play. I don't remember exactly, but I was pissed. I'm like, all these kids play together and I ain't never had no issue with my kids fighting or nobody picking with them. And here comes your child starting shit and don't even live over here. And he like, but see, the thing was the little boy was just showing out. His father didn't even play that. He just looked at him.
Exactly. That's my point. Exactly. There's no reason to go off on the kid when you can go to the parent. If the parent,
I went off on the kid and went to the parent.
Yeah, I think that's it. That's because now, okay, but did you go to you had the same energy you have with that kid with their parents?
I just told you how I said it. How I'm
saying I'm talking about what you called him. Did you call the little boy out his name? Because this dude,
I didn't call him out his name.
What I'm saying though. Here's the thing. Okay, let me tell you this. If Egypt came home and said a grown ass man got on the bus and threatened all the kids on the bus, what you gonna do?
If Egypt got on the bus and said this man got on the bus, I would be like, what happened? And if she tell me what, I'm telling you what I would have did. Please hear me out. If Egypt came home and said this man got on the bus, and because I didn't see the video, so I can't really the little bit I saw a little bit of it and I clicked off of it. To me, I thought he just got on the bus really kind of going off on the kids, right? Not really talking to anybody in particular, but just going off on the kids because whoever touched my child, blah, 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 right? So I would ask Egypt, well, what happened? If she tell me, oh, such and such and such, you jumped on the kids, I would understand. I would tell Egypt, oh, he wasn't talking about you. That little girl know who jumped on her and blah, blah, blah. But if he says anything to you, then we will have a problem. Me as an adult will understand that he's just talking in the air and addressing somebody on this bus was messing with my kids. And all the kids on the bus know who it was. He wasn't talking about you, boo.
All the kids on the bus knew who it was.
I wouldn't have a reason to go up to the school because the man got on the bus unless I felt like he was directing it at my child.
Man, please. I don't give a fuck. He throwing that shit in the air. He directing it at your child.
Nah, he not. He not really. You know he not.
No, I don't know.
You do know he not. Come on.
The bus driver was holding a grown ass man back on a bus full of fucking 10-year-olds.
So what?
The nigga was like trying to run the bus driver over.
Let's not act like what you thought he was just finna go through the bus slapping each child.
What was he?
That's what you thought he was gonna do.
What did he need to be held back for?
That's what you thought because the bus driver probably not held back, but get off the bus.
Stop it.
What if he was talking to her? Did she jump on that little girl?
We don't know which one.
No, I'm talking to Tasha because Tasha said, "What?"
What if he was talking to her? It would be a problem if he was talking to Egypt.
I think that's different.
Even if Egypt jumped on the little girl,
huh?
Even if Egypt jumped on the little girl,
yes. Because I don't care because
your kid did, right?
No, because first of all,
talking to your kid crazy, right?
It don't matter who it is. I don't care if they said Egypt fought the 10-year-old and the 12-year-old brother and sister came and said something to the Egypt. We gonna have a fucking problem. That's just how I am about my kids. Don't say nothing to my kids.
Exactly. So how can you not understand what I'm saying?
Because he was not talking direct, he was talking in the air, and the kids who did it knew who he was talking about.
Nah. For all we know, the little girls who did it probably weren't even on the bus.
They was on the
wasn't
bus.
talking to nobody on the bus. Now, this thing is, now if the girls that he was talking to weren't on the bus, that needs to be, they got to be handled by the school anyway, and by the bus driver.
Man, y'all, you full of shit. Cause ain't no way neither one of your daughters come home and say a grown ass man got on the bus and cussed all the little kids out, and that's just they got to be handled by the school.
If he cursed my daughter out, then he got to deal with me. But he
No,
didn't curse my
talking
daughter
in the air. He talking in the air.
I'm the same way. I'm gonna ask her like, who it is? I'm like, baby, what happened? And then it depends on which daughter it is. Because guess what? Desi gonna come in and laughing about it and tell me what happened. And I'm like, what's she about to know? He wasn't talking to me. Desi gonna tell me that herself. If ever feels threatened, she gonna call me when it's happening and let me know, oh, Daddy, this guy up here talking crazy, he wants some smoke. He said XYZ to me. And I'm gonna be like, well, what happened? What you do? If you ain't do nothing, okay, I'm on my way.
Why do it matter if she did anything?
What you mean, why do it matter if she did anything? Because I need to know how to handle the situation. Because if she did something, I got to know to go off on her. If ever in a group that just jumped on some little girl.
If she did do it, if she jumped on that little girl, you know your child, right? Yep. You know what's in the realm of possibility and what's not. So 9 times out of 10, we'll just say, I know my kid. If my daughter called me and said, grown ass man got on the bus because he was cussing out some kids because his daughter got jumped on. I know my kid ain't finna fucking kill a fly. So I know, okay, he was yelling at the other kids in the bus or whatever. Maybe you just need to tone down your emotion or whatever. We'll figure it out. I'll be up there tomorrow. We'll figure it out. We'll sort it out. You see what I'm saying? If I got a rowdy kid and I know my kid was probably involved in that shit, I don't give a fuck if she beat the little girl up or not. And he was talking to her. Your problem ain't with my child no more. Your problem is with me. I don't give a fuck what she did. Whatever she did, we'll handle that when we get home. I don't need to figure out what she did in the moment. All she got to do is call me and tell me a nigga was talking crazy to her. I don't give a fuck what she
But
did.
you just said to her.
But you're saying
so
two different things, though, cuz.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. At first, you're like, he talking in the air, and I figured
I'm talking about specifically in the situation, knowing my child. That's what I'm saying.
But you saying the same thing we saying.
Still, if he get on the bus talking in the air, we just know he talking to our daughter because I know my daughter has something to do with the shit. He still wasn't talking to her. It's different if he got on the bus and was like, hey, little bitch, you, whatever.
No, we are talking specifically about the child that did something. That's where I'm coming from, that perspective.
Still, he don't know who did it. From what you telling me, this guy got on the bus. He talking to everybody on the bus.
We are not there no more.
No, you ain't letting me finish.
That's because we're not on there no more. You talking about what we're not talking about.
So what are you saying?
What you mean?
Said he went directly to my daughter. That's a whole different situation. And
that's what I just asked you. That was exactly what I just asked you.
Well, that's different from the whole. That's different from the video, of course.
Asked you.
Of course,
you know me. You know I'm not
my daughter.
That's why I just said you full of shit. That's exactly why I just said that.
You got me lost now, cuz. Because the thing is, what I was talking about was if a guy got on that bus talking in the air, I'm not going to go up there and wild out on that guy because he's not talking to my child. It's a totally different thing if he get on there and he right at my fucking daughter.
That's totally different scenario. You just was saying in your conversation, what you were saying was, I know my kids. And I was like, okay, if your kid was the one he was talking to, I did ask you that, right?
No.
Yes, I did. You wasn't listening. Roll the tape back, please.
I'll roll the tape back when it's over.
But why are we changing?
That was exactly what I asked him, because when he was talking, he was saying something, and I was like, no, that you full of shit. And that's why I asked him in that scenario.
But he did say, he said if they were talking to my child, then you gonna deal with me. He been said that.
I said that.
Okay.
And we all agree on that.
I said my daughters would handle it different. Desi would come and tell me, would laugh about it and say, oh, he wasn't talking to me anyway. I said my daughter if she felt threatened, she would call me and be like, hey, dude up here on dumb, and I'd be like, what you do? And then you was like, why does it matter what she did? I said, because I need to figure out what she did so I know how to handle her. If he on the bus talking in the air.
I said it doesn't matter what she did. That's all I'm saying.
It matters if he talking in the air because he don't know she did it anyway. You know what I'm saying? I still got to handle her.
What you getting, what's getting lost is the fact that we had already established that he was talking directly to her.
No, if he talking directly to her, I'm not.
What you changing the video though?
No,
you
I'm
changing the story.
We was all right.
I'm just answering to the video. We all know you, me, Lavelle. We all know if this dude is talking directly to any one of our child, that's a problem with us. Don't nobody want nobody saying nothing to our child, regardless if they did it or not. Point blank period. We established that. My point is, if he just got on the bus, he don't know what kid did it, and he just cussing everybody out, like whoever touched my motherfucking child, or all y'all motherfuckers, or whatever he's saying. And my child ain't do nothing. Even if my child crying and they come home and was like, this happened and blah, blah, blah. Well, what happened? Well, Sunshine and such jumped on such, and her daddy got on the bus and cussed us out. As a parent, I understand. He ain't talking to you. He don't even know who did it. But I understand. He just wants them to leave his child alone. And he's trying
at that point,
them.
I got a problem with the school because he could have got on there on some retarded stuff, you know what I'm saying, and just started shooting all through the bus or whatever. I got a problem with the school at that point. I'm not trying to go see him. He wasn't talking to my child directly anyway. He talking to whoever jumped on his kid. They parents got to go deal with that.
I don't got a problem with the school. I got a problem with him.
I ain't got no problem with him. And he wasn't talking to your child. You got a problem with him?
He was talking to all the kids.
So you gonna run up on this 6'4" nigga that you didn't want to run up on earlier because he was talking in the air?
I don't know what he looked like till I see him, but yes, we gonna address it. If my daughter tell me, goddamn it, a nigga was talking crazy, I don't give a fuck who it is. We gonna address it.
So you don't want nobody talking crazy around your kids, period.
To my kids.
He's not talking to her.
Talking to all the kids on the fucking bus.
What did he say?
Watch the video. Watch the video.
What did he say?
Watch the video.
Did he say the motherfuckers who jumped on my daughter? What did he say?
He was talking to all of the Watch the
reenact the video. We ain't see it all, so just tell us what happened in the video.
Come on.
He cussed out all the kids on the video.
Give it to us. No. Tell me what he said. Come on.
Because I know people that talk in the air, and I'm still be like, oh, they ain't talking to me.
What's talking in the air?
I don't know what a motherfucker think, but I'll fuck bitches up. I'll whoop the motherfucking ass. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, they ain't talking to me.
Oh, okay.
Because I ain't did nothing. I don't even know
what
you. I ain't did nothing to you. But she over there looking crazy because you know somebody in here you got a beef with, and you just don't want to directly address them. So you're going to address everybody to seem big and bad. But you ain't talking to me because you're not finna smack me. And I'm not finna jump up like, oh, you said you would smack everybody in here, smack me. I'm not finna do that because your beef really ain't with me, and I understand that.
You're an adult.
And as the adult, I have to help my child understand that if my child came to me and explained the situation. That's all I'm saying. Yes, I'm the adult and I understand it. Just like you said with your child, if you would have to say, maybe you need to calm your emotions. Same thing. You have to, okay, baby, but do you know who was fighting? Yeah, that's who he was talking to. He wasn't talking to you, baby.
Even if that's the case, a motherfucker get on the bus and address any child using profanity, whatever the fuck it is, with your child.
I'm not trying to say he's not right. I'm not trying to say he's okay.
But here's the thing. I'm not saying what he did was wrong. What I'm saying is, as a parent of any of those other children on the bus, I would have took exception to that. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not saying you shouldn't take exception, but I'm saying the exception I take is with the school now. I'm going to the school like, hey, y'all had some crazy nigga get on the bus with my kid. I understand his daughter got jumped on, but y'all need to handle that different. He shouldn't have been on the bus making my kid feel scared or something for something they didn't do or whatever. But I ain't got time. I ain't got to go to him because I understand his plight. I understand why he upset or whatever that, but they need to be handled differently is what I'm saying.
But how could the school handle that differently? If the girl get on the bus in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, and he get on the bus with her.
The school can't do anything before it, but they have to do something now since he did that. You know what I'm saying? It has to be something taken care of with this gentleman. Or what?
How does that work with the buses? Because like those bus companies are contracted. They're not
right. They don't work for the school. Right.
School. So how does that work? Like, do you make the bus company get security, or does the school provide security for the bus to make sure nobody
I don't
gets?
know. I ain't never seen one that has
I
security
ain't
on it or
right. I
nothing
ain't
like
never
that.
seen this.
So I mean, like at that point, like what do you expect the school to do?
Suspend that kid. The parents shouldn't even be on the bus. Tell the kid they can't ride the bus no more. I know plenty of kids
Oh,
who got. I know
Parent
kids
came?
who, huh?
Suspend the kid who parent came?
Yes,
well, not suspend them from school, but say, hey, you can't
not from
ride on the
school,
bus no
but they
more
can't ride on the bus.
because of your parents' actions.
And we
You can
understand the
still
fact.
deal with the bullying of her being jumped
Yeah, we can
on,
still, but
but
you can't get your kid can't get on our bus because you can't get back on it. You can't just think that you're able to just jump on that bus anytime you want because you got upset. You know what I'm saying? Because something happened. So that kid, that kid can't get on that bus no more.
because if he really did have a gun, like those kids were saying, what if he did get on that bus and just start shooting?
Or if he got on the bus and like Jason, we ain't seen the video. What if he did plan to get on it, just start smacking kids down the aisle? You know what I'm saying?
Possible. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Motherfuckers
possible.
crazy.
If you saying the bus driver holding the back, he might have planned to get on there and just start smacking kids. Which one of y'all jumped on my kid and go down the whole? You know what I'm saying? Any of that could have happened. Now that's gonna have it handled a totally different way now. But at this point, he being held at the front of the bus. I'm telling my daughter, no, baby, don't worry about it. He wasn't talking to you, but I will call the school. I'm not gonna just shrug my daughter off to make her think I don't care. I'm like, nah, baby, he wasn't talking to you, but I'm gonna call the school. We're gonna see how. Don't worry about it. He ain't gonna be back on that bus. I can guarantee you that.
We gonna make
That's
sure.
it. But I ain't got nothing to say to dude. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, at the end of the day, he's still trying to protect his daughter too in whatever way he know how.
And I can respect that. That's why I'm saying I don't think that what he did was. I don't know if it was. I would say it's necessarily right, but I don't know that. I mean, what's the right
There's
or
no
wrong?
right, wrong, really. I mean, we saying it's wrong because he ain't got no business talking to the kids. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Unless he walked up on him while they were jumping on his daughter, then all bets is off. You know what I'm
At
saying?
that point, yeah. I mean, we gonna have to. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go. Yeah. If I see the kid, I mean, at minimum, like the most, you know what I'm saying. I mean, at minimum, you are gonna see me yanking kids. You
At
know,
minimum, you're gonna see me throwing something over some cars because I'm yanking and tossing. You know what I'm saying? But without him walking up on it, I mean, there is no right or wrong. You're like, of course, you're like, hey man, them shorties, you can't go up there and do that. Go talk to the school or something like that. Or depending on where it happened, ask the bus driver, hey man, how you let my daughter get jumped on? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. If it happened on the bus, it's different ways to handle it. Me as a parent, I'm like, okay, I don't want you yelling at my daughter, someone making her scared, especially my little daughter. But at the same time, I kind of understand. So I'm like, nah, baby, he wasn't talking to you. But daddy gonna make sure that don't happen again. Don't worry about it. You good. I'm gonna call the school and get it taken care of. I'm not gonna call dude because there is nothing good gonna happen from me calling dude. Nothing. Or talking to that guy.
I'm glad my kids are older because these kids are different. And I can see me fighting somebody's kid and going to jail.
These kids are wow. Did I tell you about the football game? Let me see what football. It was Friday, so it was after last week's show. Thornwood played Marion Catholic. I got kids who go to both schools, so I went to their football game after we had a practice on Friday. By the time I get there, it's like end of the third quarter, so they're not letting nobody else in the game. So I just happen to be standing outside the gate. I'm talking to the security guard and everything. I'm standing there maybe for 5-10 minutes. I call inside because one of my Joey, he's inside because his son goes to Marion Catholic. I got like 4 kids on Thornwood. Thornwood's getting the break speed off of him. It's like 26-0 when I'm there. I call inside to Joey. I'm like, hey man, what's going on? I can't get in. Talking to him. I call one of my other parents, tell him I can't get in. The minute I get off the phone, everybody from Thornwood side just start running out the stands. And they all running. All the kids are running to the exit. I'm sitting at the exit. I'm like, what's going on? All of them run out the exit. They just screaming. They shooting. So everybody's running out the exit. So I'm there, you know what I'm saying? I'm walking to my car, but I'm like, I ain't hear no gunshots. What the fuck is they shooting? So I grabbed one of the kids. I'm like, they said they shooting. Did you hear any gunshots? They're like, no, it wasn't no gunshots. They're like, it was a little girl over there. They was fighting, but everybody's saying they shoot. Now, mind you, they ain't letting nobody else in. So when everybody runs out, they close the gate, lock it up. Game's still going on. All the kids run back.
And they thought they were shooting.
Because the adults weren't saying it. This is what the kids in the stands are saying.
Yeah, okay.
So now the kids, now they all run back around. They jump in the gate and everything, trying to get back in, to climb the back of the bleachers and stuff. They all happen to get back in. 10 minutes later, same thing. They shooting. It's a gun. Another stampede out of the place, right? And I'm watching all the ones running out is like glee on their face. They just happy as hell. You know what I'm saying? So in my head, I'm like, okay, they on some BS. They think this shit fun. You know what I'm saying? This is funny to them to scream that it's a gun and somebody shoot and make a stampede for everybody coming out. They did it to like 4 times. I happen to be in a lot, you know what I'm saying, every time. But because like every time I get ready to leave, players who've played for me, I see other people in the lot, parents, I'm talking to them once again. So me personally, I say, all right, y'all, I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. And they say, Coach, I say, look, I'm packing for real. I gotta go because in a minute, if I really thought it was gonna be some shooting, I'm gonna be shooting. So let me just go and get up out of here. They say the minute I leave, they out in the lot. Some girls who don't even go to school jump on one of the teachers from Thornwood because she said she go to her car. They leaning on her car. She said, "Excuse me, can y'all get out my car?" They go, "What? Who you talking to?" She said, I need y'all to get out the car and leave." They jumped on the lady. So now nobody else can come to their football games at Thornwood. Only people who can come is the parents. Like no spectators at all to the football games at Thornwood High School.
What?
Yes, it's just happened Friday.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
They recharge.
But we ain't supposed to fight nobody kids.
Oh, you talking 15, 16, 17-year-olds. There's a big difference between
you could still go to jail
and a 10
for fighting a minor.
Yeah, but I mean, like, what I'm gonna have a more of a fight on my hand with a 15, 16-year-old than a 10-year-old.
I'm not.
I don't know.
They're gonna be the same fight to me. They're gonna be the same fight. I'm watching real quick.
I'm gonna say this: these young boys, they ass look old as hell now. I saw a kid in high school look older than me.
I seen a lot of them, you know what I'm saying, that old, but I'ma still watch them real quick. Real quick. You know, but I done seen some of them. Most of the ones who kind of look old, they got a little bit of sense to them that I've seen, but it's rough with them, man. We need to really figure out some way to get a hold of these kids, man, because they just wilding for no reason.
Now you want to get a hold of the kids?
You know, I'm talking about the young. You know me, I got an age limit.
That's what I'm saying. So you wanna beat the ones up that still got a chance.
No, I ain't saying you have to get a hold of them to beat them up.
No, I'm saying though, them the ones you gonna be on the bus with, like the father. Them the ones that
I didn't say beat them up though.
They in that age group.
When did I say beat the kids up on the bus?
What you doing if your daughter get beat up?
If she getting beat up?
If she get beat up, you going to the school or you going on the bus?
Get or getting?
Gets. It happened. Past tense, not happening, not present.
I'm not going on the bus. It's too late to go on the bus now if she didn't got beat up already. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk to my
You're just gonna go to the school.
No, I ain't going to the school. I'm calling my cousin. I'm sending people to the school. Because we gotta teach them. Yeah, they gotta learn.
These same kids that we gotta save.
We saving them.
I just know
because the next person might kill them.
You know
So we just gonna teach them a lesson.
Get this whipping, because if they don't get this whipping, they gonna think this is how you're supposed to go through life.
Man, y'all crazy.
Come on, man. You know you the same way.
Nah, y'all crazy. I ain't finna beat up no little kid, man.
I'm not beating them up. You know how many little cousins I got?
I don't have them beat up. Now I ain't gonna hold you. Like, if a little girl jumped on my baby, I would call my other cousin because she got a lot of kids. So we'll definitely have her girls go over there.
Exactly.
Make a fair fight. You know what I'm saying? If anything,
exactly.
We can make a fair fight. But I ain't finna get out there and roll my sleeves up with their ass.
No, I'm not rolling my sleeves up with the straight, but I'm gonna be close. I'm gonna be in the proximity.
Go like hold my beer.
I'm gonna be in the proximity, you know what I'm saying, Joe, just in case, you know. But nah, I'm not fighting little kids on that, you know what I'm saying? Not I shake them up with some shit, you know what I'm saying, if I have to. But you gotta understand too, a lot of little kids, the thing about it is a lot of these little kids are so advanced streetwise, whereas they figure you're an adult, you ain't supposed to touch them anyway, and they press the envelope on that. You know what I'm saying? They
like
press
women
the
do with men.
And cats is like the older dudes.
Hold on.
I said like some women do with men.
Roll that beautiful bean footage back me, mama.
I said like some women do with men. I think women should keep their hands to themselves.
I like how you do that some in there that second time. The first time,
yeah,
like
some. Because I don't put my hand on men.
And we also got to realize older guys on the street, they also realize that too about the young, and they sending the younger kids to do more stuff too, and they getting them younger and younger. You know what I'm saying? Because of the fact that there's no real repercussions legally for them, because of their ages and stuff. And people have that mindset that it's a kid, so we ain't supposed to. And they got these little kids out here wilding, man. They got them out here wilding. So, and the thing is, we can probably help them out now more because you ain't making as much money selling drugs now as they used to. You know what I'm saying? Like
drugs nowadays, though. These kids ain't selling drugs; they scamming.
No, but that's what I'm saying. See, the first thing the issue was it was hard to get kids into the workforce because they was making that money. What you would make in 2 weeks, they making that in a couple hours selling drugs. They ain't really working it like that no more. You know what I'm saying? Drug wise, because of the fact most of the drug addicts are a different genre of people. So like say when I was a shorty, the drug addicts was, I won't say functional, but they were people who had actual jobs. So like they was working for CTA or the airline or working somewhere where they was making $500-$700 a week and they had money to spend, you know what I'm saying, on drugs. Most of the drug addicts now, they people who ain't never really worked. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't really got the funds readily that drug addicts had when people my age was kind of selling. So now that's why it's transitioned over to scamming or just robbing people. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why stick up kids and car boosting has become more prevalent because those are the ways now to get money fast. Drugs ain't it no more. You know what I'm saying? Drugs ain't it no more. So in fact, they either got to rob somebody or they got to crack cards, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. And those things are making it quicker for them to go to jail or get shot. So it's kind of now is opening back up. Whereas if we can say we had some type of mentorship programs or even some type of work programs out so some of these kids to get in, they can at least be making some money legal, and we can show them that, look, you able to make a living doing some legal stuff without having to worry about getting shot, getting killed, going to jail or whatever. And you can almost make the same amount, you know what I'm saying, as that. You got to put a little work into it, but you can make a decent amount of money legally, and you don't have to risk your life to do it. I think right now it's kind of working in that direction where if some of those programs will open up, or at least show them, it would be better for them now than it would have been 10 years ago or so, from what I see.
Seems
You
like
got a fly in the house, Nicole?
No, I just periodically check for them water bugs.
They be in the ceiling?
Man, the last time I had one in my house, right? So I think I told y'all this. See, we getting off subject, but Egypt has that, that floating desk in her room. And I did not have it up correctly. I just screwed it in the wall. It wasn't in the studs. So she leaned on it to pick something up and it fell, right? So when it fell, I told her, okay, we gonna put it back up, right? But I had worked and I had did something. I was tired. So I said, you know what? I'll do it tomorrow. So when you come home from school, and she was just kind of like pouting and shit. And I'm like, y'all just don't care. Y'all just want what you want. So I'm like, fine, I'm going to go and do it now. And Tristan like, you ain't got to do it right now if you don't want to. I'm like, I know, but let me just go and do it. So while I'm in the room, I'm like, Tristan, my tools was in my bag. Oh no, my tools was in the trunk, but my keys was in my purse. I said, so Tristan, go get my keys, get the tools out the trunk. When he came in my room, he said, Ma, it's a roach, right? One of them big ass water bug looking mutant roaches that be getting in the house sometimes when it rain, right? Them big ass tree roaches, right?
We all have them.
Right. That's like a southern thing. I almost moved back to Chicago the first time I saw one of them. I was like, what the hell? Because you could see their eyes. I ain't lying. That's how they look, like a regular size roach. But this one was a water bug because it was black, but it was so big and like juicy. So I told Tristan, kill it. And he like, I can't. So I'm like, fine, I'm going to come do it. So I come in here, get a shoe, but when I tell you it was just so big and like juicy, I couldn't even like hit it.
I don't like how you saying juicy. It sounded like you saying like you was going to eat it or some shit.
No, not juicy good. It was
sound good. Like
no.
Just ain't want to clean the mess up after you kill it.
No, but it was so disgusting. I couldn't even hit it. It was just so like, oh my God. So I was like, oh no, I couldn't even hit it. So it kind of got away. And it had got on the ceiling, and my ceiling, had got that stucco, them little whatever.
Popcorn ceiling.
Yeah, and it fell on my bed. I said, now what if I didn't fix it? Because I was finna come get in the bed. That thing would have been in the bed with me.
So what you do?
Shit, it kind of fell off the bed and it went under the bed. And I was like, I slept on the couch for a few days.
Right, you at your damn room.
It went under the bed. I took a towel, stuck it under the door, the threshold, and I slept. Now mind you, it ain't nothing under my bed. So when we looked under the bed, me and Tristan, we couldn't see it. So I was like, I slept on the couch for about a week.
So where's the bug?
I don't know. It might be still under my bed dead, because you know they die if they be in the house for like a day. If I see one of them roaches right now and I don't get it, tomorrow I'm gonna see it dead somewhere. They outside bugs. If they get in the house, they gonna die.
I think it's the AC killing them.
The AC?
Air conditioning.
I know what that means, but why you think that?
AC, what is this? What is this?
Because they outside bugs.
I don't know.
Flies. You know how you kill flies in your house? You turn the AC up.
Oh. But yeah, so I be just, checking every now and then.
Okay. All right, so we got to get out of here, y'all. After Jaden sat here and called us all, child beaters.
Hey.
Gave us all DCFS cases.
Y'all do what y'all got to do.
He know damn well. I'm going to tell you this before we get out of here. Jay know damn well he'd have been on that bus too.
I'm not saying I would. No, I'm saying I don't know that I would have got on the bus. Like I think only way I would have got on the bus is if it was like I saw them running away from my daughter after they jumped on the den. It's like, hold the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? But like if she did already got the jumping, you know what I'm saying? We just finna go to the school and let's talk to these parents.
Yeah. I ain't going to the school. I'm sending them Applewhite and Johnson girls up there. That's going to take care of it right there. You got to worry about it. But with that being said, as always, we appreciate everybody coming out. We will catch y'all next Wednesday. Same bad time, same bad channel. So catch us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Like, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Like, share, subscribe. And follow. Tell your friends to
tune in next week.
Is he froze?
Nah, he wants somebody to pick up what he was saying. He stole my line, so I fucked it up on purpose.
With that, we will see you good people next week. Goodbye.
Peace.